Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Garrett Spencer. How's everybody doing? Want to make this video on something that had came to mind, and that was you know it was about me being stuck, me not only liking and loving, but being stuck on retro games. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, because why I'm stuck on retro games is because, number one, I feel like the old retro games, basically from the 90s up into the early 2000s, is basically how video games start. Is basically how video games started even before the 90s and whatnot. How video games started, how they started off to be, and how they and what made them, and what made them become really good in the first place. What made them become really good in the first place. And of course, for instance, on the Sega Genesis, of course, we got my favorite Sonic games, and we got there's Streets of Rage, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and some of the other good Sega games on the Sega Genesis and whatnot. That was good. Then on Nintendo we got Super Mario Brothers, and PlayStation we got Crash Bandicoot, Twisted Metal, and some other popular games, and of course a couple Mafia games, of course GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, and stores and whatnot, and then we have another retro game we have is Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, and whatnot. But anyway, basically that's basically my eyes on how video games, started off, and how, what made them, become the way that they are in the first place. And, looking at some of those games that I had mentioned, like I was looking at a game like, certain games I was made on the PlayStation 2 and whatnot, they'd be like, oh, this game needs to be remastered. It needs to be remastered on, the PS4, and, in this game, that game, blah, blah, blah. But me being stuck on the retro games, like I said, it's a lot. It brings back a whole lot of good flashbacks and really good memories on how and that I'm full of excitement that makes you just want to play video games after school, or go in the store, or to an arcade, a mall, or wherever you could play video games at, or even over a friend's house for that matter too, or a family member house. Like I said, I'm stuck on the retro games. For some of those reasons, or one of those reasons that I just said, for instance, another thing is PlayStation 2. Like I said, a lot more games on a PlayStation 2 than there is on GameCube, and I always search on the PlayStation 2 Wikipedia game list, and it's just like, wow, there's some of all these other games that I had missed out or didn't know about back in 2001, and some of them haven't really been advertised, and some of them that I never caught it or seen it, and it's just like, man, wow, I gotta get this game, and I'm not just collecting games just to collect. I'm also playing them. Like for instance, like yesterday, I was playing PlayStation 2, right? And one of the games I was playing Ace Combat 4, which happens to be a pretty good airplane shooting game, because I was stuck on the second level, and I came close to beating the second level, but I just needed to destroy one more thing, and I would have completed that level, but I had accidentally crashed into something, and then I failed the mission. So it's just like, the good thing about collecting retro games, because for that matter, collecting retro games is basically always good to have a good variety of different games. So playing the same one over and over won't feel like it's getting boring, or it's getting boring after a while or so. And it's like, you could always go back, and it's like, sometimes you have, your good days and you have your bad days, and sometimes if you're having a good day when you're sitting down playing one of your games, it's like, put that certain game back in and then play it again, and then you'll probably be impressed and have better results in that game. You'll probably actually beat that level in that certain game that you've been playing on that level that you've been stuck on for so long. So it's like that's how I feel about the retro games and being stuck on them, because it's like I'm not gonna turn my back on them or give them up, because like I said, retro games is what made video games good in the first place. And some of the newer stuff is some of the new stuff, it's like when they remake some of it's just like sometimes when they remake some games that was made years ago, sometimes they turn out good and sometimes they don't turn out good. Like I said, it all depends on the game, and for that matter, and it's like retro game, basically, some certain games on the system, could be pretty addicting at the time. You could spend hours and hours playing. It's like you don't want to get off, but it's like you got to get off at some point because you want to take a break. You don't want to play all day. And GTA is actually one of the games I was playing yesterday. And like I said, that game, GTA 3, I remember just like yesterday, years ago, my stepdad rented that game for me and my brothers, and we were sitting there playing that game for hours and hours. Now, my older brother and stepbrother was doing missions, and I was just going around just, acting like a maniac, hitting people and running over people and, having cops all over me yesterday. But yesterday when I was playing that game, I had beat a mission I was stuck on, and I was stuck on that 8-ball level where, you and 8-ball go to that big ship, and then 8-ball goes on a ship, and you can't let them die. But like I said, I came up with a strategy, went onto that ship and took out all of them dudes and beat the mission just like that. And it's a mind thing too. So because some people that used to have that used to play the retro games or have some of them old games that they were just stuck on and just say, I can't beat this. This is getting on my nerves. Feel like they just want to get rid of it and throw it away. But don't do that, man, because it's like you're gonna miss out on the rest of the stuff. You're gonna miss out on the rest of the stuff that that you're not gonna get to see because you threw it away. You didn't keep playing. So it's like just keep playing and keep trying. And that's like I said. That's that's another thing that makes me stuck on the retro games too. It's like retro games forever. Like that's number one right there. And like I said, I was just looking at my list. For there's like probably about maybe like 15 more games on the Sega Genesis I'm looking to get, and there's like probably about maybe 43 or a little less than. There's probably there's like more games on the PlayStation 2 I'm looking to get as well. So it's just like retro games forever, and that's what I'm not ashamed that I'm stuck on them because I love them, and like I said, they're part of what I like to do. So anyway, that's all I really have to talk about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So if so, y'all know what to do. Leave y'all's comments and thoughts down below. Click that thumbs up. This your boy Garrett Spencer. You guys take it easy. I'll see you guys next time. Peace and I'm out. Remember, y'all, once a gamer, always a gamer. Keep on gaming, y'all.